Hey everyone, I think this is quite interesting. There's a few things wrong with this bio, but this little tab thing here is quite interesting as far as author profiles go. So Melanie, etc., she's writing for basically a kitchenware company, but none of this is very good apart from the word restaurant. None of it's really true because she's not available for a chat. I don't know that she's a real person. I've found this exact profile on other websites, etc. So I don't know that it's necessarily a real person, which Google, I think, will eventually sniff out. So I think you do have to be quite careful with that. But there's two things I find interesting that I thought that you could use in your own store is I like this tab. I would sort of say instead of a latest post, I would probably put something like read more, or I would sort of try and experiment because we're trying to get people to click on that tab and then go through and click on more of these, because what you really want is you want to send a signal to Google that there are other interesting articles in the blog to read. When Google sees those clicks, the numbers go up. The engagement goes up. So I just kind of liked that little tab aspect there. I don't think it's executed, done very well. I feel like this is probably a fake sort of profile because I've been hunting around at other stuff. And Google will eventually work that. And these are just sharing tabs, which is fine. But again, it's not ideal. Interesting thing about this though is that I noticed that they are embedding audio files in some of their blog articles. I'm trying to track down the founders of this website at the moment just to sort of ask them whether that's had any effect on their traffic. And of course, I've now just gone down a total rabbit hole about whether audio blogging should be done in blog posts, and there's quite a few big news publications that do this sort of stuff. You can sort of see I've been reading. For accessibility, it's a great idea just for people who have screen readers. It would be a fantastic addition for accessibility reasons, and I think that that's actually good enough a reason for anything to make the web more accessible for everyone. But whether it is an effective way to get a longer dwell time or engagement in the blog article, whether it is an indicator for Google that it's a more trusted resource, I don't know. I know that I can see some people have started doing it, but they haven't finished doing it. Big news sites do it because it's kind of akin to podcasts, but anyway, so I'm going to investigate that a little bit more. But I thought that was quite interesting how they had this audio file that's only on a few of their pages. And it didn't seem to, I've closed it now, it didn't seem to affect the ranking of those. Their top ranked blog article has an audio file. Their second ranked article has an audio file. Their third ranked article doesn't. Their fourth does. So I don't know whether it's a factor in better ranking or not, but we'll go and investigate it. And I'm all for doing things that are a little bit more creative and interesting, and certainly accessibility is a good enough reason for anything. But anyway, but my point being, I just wanted to show you this tab aspect. The problem with tabs, though, is that Google is known not to pay as much attention to tabs. Google relatively recently reduced its crawl budgets for loads of websites, so anything hidden behind a tab is not necessarily looked at with as much depth by Google. All right, hope that helps. Just one more idea for how you can do your author profiles. Bye.